I just like the sound of it.
Yeah, ride the wave and get back. Crewing out a new rap pack. You know the boy very good with words.
Yeah.
I ain't know that you rap.
Finna get lit, yeah. All of this drip, yeah. Audio. Chip for my whip, yeah. I gave him a clip, yeah. Living my script, yeah. One of the greats. You ain't on the list, yeah. Finna get lit, yeah. All of this drip, yeah. Audio. Chip for my whip, yeah. Gave him a clip, yeah. Living my script, yeah. One of the greats. You ain't on the list, yeah.
Look, ride the wave and get back. My crew not
You know what time it is? It's time for FanSwap. What's up, y'all? Make some noise for that. Yeah. So we got two special guest artists on today, man. I'm sitting right next to the beautiful Lucy J. All right. On the couch right there, I got my man Big Benz over there. Make some noise for him. I got Dippin' in Gold Diamonds, Bianca. What's up? And my man Dre over there with the nice hat, you know what I'm saying? And it's yours truly, Non-Perel, man. Make some noise for FanSwap one more time. What we got, Frank? What's going on today?
Yo, what's good, Eopolis? Yo, I'm super excited today. We have a special show. We have two dope artists, like Tim said earlier, and I'm excited. First of all, we have swap topics. Then we're gonna go in the booth for both of them. They're gonna give us something special, and then we have a live performance for both of them, and you guys are gonna love it. But first off, we're gonna start off right now with our swap topics, and I want you guys to understand. Listen, we got something to say. We got something to say. I used to say this all the time. I got something to say. When I say it, you better listen up. But swap topics, we got something to say. First topic on the line is, come on, I want Tim to go ahead and introduce our first topic.
Alright, man, so I know I've been paying attention to Lucy J a little bit, man, and just seeing how she moves with the music. First of all, the music is fire, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the vibes, I love vibey music, period, you know what I'm saying? But I'm interested in understanding, you know what I'm saying, like, if there's a line in music between, like, revealing your personal life, or is everything just open to art, you know what I'm saying? The freedom of creativity just kind of flows, you know? Because I know personally I've had experiences with what I put out to the world, and your significant other thinking that it's about them, everything, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes just being inspired. So what's your take on that? What's the line?
I think for myself, but also with a lot of artists, is your personal life is always in your art no matter what. Your creativity, your sensitivity, your humor, it always ends up showing in your art. Sometimes I shout out specific people, sometimes I allude to certain situations that I've been in, sometimes I allude to my own friends' situations that I've never personally been in, but it's just, yo, this was wild, so I'm gonna write a song about it. And then same with like family, and I have my own son, so a lot of things is just things that he does as well that I just thought was like mad funny, and that goes into the song as well. But
that's crazy.
What about you, Benz?
Ain't no line with me.
Put it all in the music.
Yeah, it's therapy, so I'm not going to really open up and talk to too many people about what's going on with me, so you're going to have to listen to the music, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how
I feel like that's what a lot of people, a lot of artists, like musicians, they do. You know, they might not be as open, but you hit play. Next thing you know, you finding out everything you need to know.
Hey man, I had somebody tell me that the other day, like, I listen to your music to find out what you don't say. You know what I'm saying? So it was heavy.
That is heavy.
Hashtag heavy. You know what I mean?
And I do think some of my favorite artists are the ones who just give me a lot of information that I never would have known that they went through this, or that this was even a thing in their life. That's so relatable too, because so many people just don't talk about things that are just so personal to them, but so many people can relate on so many different things like that.
That's true, and a lot of artists are introverts, you know what I'm saying? So you're only gonna really tap into that space when you listen to their music and buy into it, and it's a lot to say when an introvert really speaks. You know what I'm saying? You kind of a whole lot, man. So
That's
definitely agree with that, man. I like the one line that you said in that record, man. You was like, I got you next time. That's what the suckers say. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yo, talk about that. Talk about that. Yo,
Talk about it.
It was referencing like like situations in the street, you know what I mean, where you might catch somebody slipping, you know what I mean, and you might, you gotta treat them.
Right.
They be like, I'm gonna get you next time, There's no next time.
Ain't no next
Yeah.
time.
There's no next time, you know what I mean? Or like we saw about earlier, somebody borrowing some money or something, I got you next. No, you don't. You know what I mean? Just take it, bro. Just go ahead. You can have it.
got it.
You know what I mean? Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? All right.
Right.
Yeah, that's how that go, man.
I like that. One of the things that I think that we have to talk about, especially in the culture. First of all, we do have to be real about who we are. Sometimes we do make up characters, and that comes with the nature of the industry. But also, we need to talk about life because we got to be relatable, and there's people out here who are looking up to. And I think Benz and we're going to talk a little bit later, but I ran into a bunch of artists who have questions, and they've mentioned his name. I had to talk to Benz, and so we'll talk about that later. But I think that we really need to be what do you call it? Honest, transparent,
Authentic selves.
Authentic, yeah. Because we're gonna rewrite through all this fake stuff, especially these days. We don't want nothing fake. We want something like authentic and real, and that represents the culture, which goes into the next point. And we're gonna talk about mental health and mental health in the culture. I think that we have to talk about mental health because there's a lot of people who are suffering, and then also a lot of people who are have victory in their mental health and have got healthy. But I want to hear what you guys got to talk about, or what you guys got to say about mental health.
So during this pandemic, this quarantine, like everybody else, I had a lot of alone time and a lot of time with myself, and a lot of time to just be with myself because there's so much going on in life. There's always work, there's school, there's this extra activity, this hobby, things that we have to get to. And finally, life was just on pause. And it was a time to just self-reflect and be alone. And it led me to a lot of things. It led me to my therapist. It led me to...
So you go to a therapist?
Yes, I love her. Shout out to Debbie. No, seriously, she's gonna come to my wedding one day. I swear, she's wonderful. But it got me to therapy. It got me to addressing things with myself. It got me to addressing things with people that I never thought I could talk to again, and just having my own inner and outer peace. And it's very important because there's a lot of things that people also grow up with and have to learn and unlearn things about themselves, and things that are normalized for some people's families, things that are normalized in society that we're all trying to change. And it's a thing.
Dude, I think when you said unlearning, that's the part that we forget because there's so much that you pick up, bad habits and all that, and even just like everything's in your childhood that you didn't get, so you take it out on your spouse, your girl or your boys or whatever the case may be, I'm saying there's a lot of that. So I think unlearning is very important.
Yeah, I mean the importance of undoing is sometimes like needed. I feel like you don't really hear a lot of people talk about that. I had to unlearn these ways or this way of thinking, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. You really have to strip yourself. So it's dope that you're actually seeing a therapist. Did you decide to do that this year, or you were going?
I was contemplating on it back in January when just a lot of things were triggering me, and I just couldn't pinpoint why or how. And then once I was in quarantine, I reached out to multiple friends who I know sought therapy and how it worked for them, and if they would recommend it, who would they, what programs they would recommend, and so on and so forth. But so I started, I think 5 months ago. I love it.
So quarantine has been a blessing to you.
Yeah, in that sense.
In that sense.
Yeah, for sure.
How was quarantine treating you? We can still talk about it, but how was quarantine treating you? Outside of that.
I got a lot of music done. I got a lot of realization of who my real friends are, people who are your family and who you're related to, but that doesn't completely make them family.
Right.
And
Okay.
Speak about it.
That's real.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
people
think they heard
that you're related to, but that doesn't make them family.
Okay.
Just because we are blood related, that does not mean that our same morals run the same.
Right. Or even the respect sometimes.
the respect doesn't run the same.
Sometimes it be your family.
Yeah, sometimes how we handle situations. Yeah.
That's true. I mean, we talk about that, and we talk about like the therapist. How else do we deal with mental health? Because everybody's not gonna go to therapy, you know. So whoever doesn't go to therapy, I mean, Ben's like, how would you handle? You know what I'm saying?
I just bury myself in my work. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't really beef for seeing no therapist or nothing. I'm not against it. It's just,
Right.
you know, me personally, I just feel like the things that I deal with mentally, like, I don't know.
Right.
He or she would have to be doing what I'm doing to relate to what I'm going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just how I feel.
Right.
So I just bury myself in my work. You know what I mean? It becomes, it becomes a challenge sometimes with, you know what I mean, certain types of relationships. You know what I mean? But I just deal with it because my end goal is the only thing on my mind. Honestly, you know what I mean? It may be wrong, but I just feel like I deal with it when I get there. Let me get this out the way, and then I'll get back to that. You know what I mean? God built me a certain way for a certain reason. You know what I mean? So I'm cool. You feel me? I'm cool.
That's true. And sometimes it can fuel you in that way.
It does a lot because I know for a fact, like sitting down and talking to somebody may only help for that moment. But see, the type of person I am, I'm going to dial back anyway. Because I'm going to feel like, all right, once I tell you what's going on, what you going to do?
Right.
And that's just how I feel, you know what I mean? It may be the wrong outlook or, you know what I mean, perspective on things in the long term, but for right now, it's like, what you gonna do? You know, I'm gonna give you this, and this, then what?
I don't think that's the wrong perspective, because I think also if people listen to your music, a lot of what you say is really your own therapy. Your own therapy. So
I think that's just artists. Like people, like artists have an outlet. You know, whether it's music, like video, whatever it may be. That's your outlet to tell your story or create the story you want to tell. So what you're saying is extremely valid. That is your therapy.
Absolutely.
You know, so that is under the umbrella of mental health. You're still appreciating yourself by making sure you give that all in your music.
Absolutely.
You know, so you feel probably relieved, you know, right after.
Like sometimes I don't even record.
Right.
Like for real. Like sometimes I'll just
to
go.
get it out.
Like, just the fact of actually going to the studio, driving there, and getting out the car and going in there and turning the equipment on. Like I will literally be in there. You can look on the camera. I'll be in there 2-3 hours sometimes watching videos. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't even put a beat on sometimes. You know what I mean? But I know if I don't go to the booth for like a week or two, it's not good. You know what I mean?
safe space.
Yeah. Like I have to go. Like I don't care. I just gotta go. Like that's how I feel. You know what I mean? So definitely, man.
I think in the culture, I think that men and women, we need to figure this thing out. And I think that that's for you. You go to a therapist, but we have to fix some of the things that we in the culture we were messed up. You know what I'm saying? We don't identify the things or those times or those places that we need to go and do. And we have to correct that. You know, we got way too many people who saying they're depressed, way too many people who have anxiety, and those things are real. And I think that we gotta change that. We gotta fix that. Personally,
I didn't even know. It's like now, it's a lot of it's because of social media. Because I feel like you see more pressure on people because they buy too much into what everybody is saying. You know, people don't really know how to tune stuff noise out anymore. You say you reading every comment and you actually care about what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? And allowing it to affect you and how you operate. You know what I'm saying? But is that a thing for y'all or?
Not for me. I get too much real validation from like real individuals. You know what I mean? It means something to me. It means something to my community. I get way too much of that in real life. To pay attention to my social media, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I definitely think you have to take some people's comments like few and far between because, I mean, I've been told plenty of times not to make music by random people I've never met before in my life.
So if you watching this, kickbox to Sunday shoes.
With your Sunday shoes.
Right, with your Sunday shoes.
Or like people to say like, oh, don't sing, just stick to rapping, or don't rap, just stick to singing. Like you can't be two things. It's like I'm multidimensional. I can be. I'm multidimensional. I can be whatever I want to be.
That's my MO always. Mind your business. You don't want to buy the music, don't buy the music. But shut up.
Right?
That's just how I feel about it.
Quickly. quickly.
It's different too, but for rapping, you gotta have that. You gotta have that confidence too. You really can't let that stuff bother you.
You gotta really be who you say you are.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you really are who you say you are, then
You can't question it.
what you gonna tell me about me?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, what you gonna tell me about me?
And that's what people, I feel like, that's where that disconnect is, because people are allowing them to be told who they are.
That's crazy to me.
And it's
For
like,
sure.
it's like, hold up.
Yeah.
You're allowing someone who don't know what you struggle with, don't know what you got over, to have that much power that it's removing who you are.
Yeah.
Hey.
Child.
I see it on a daily basis, dog. On a daily basis, I see it.
I see it. I'm very aware.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, I feel like people do try and put on a front on social media when real life they're like so depressed and
Or they're always seeking validation.
But you can tell though. You can really, you can
like,
tell if you're a real
sometimes
individual.
the photos be like so so set up that it's like
you
come
can
on.
tell
Like,
when-
it's not even candid. You can't fake the fun.
Look, it's the story. It ain't the post. It's the
That's
story.
the story, yeah.
The
People be
story
like,
gonna
I'm so
tell
happy,
you. Yeah,
I got
dog.
a job, I'm
The
living.
story gonna tell you how they really living.
But then it's
That's
like
real. I mean, it's
you
called
see
a
them in
story.
person,
You feel
right?
me?
You
Yeah.
see them in person, then they're not
Hold
that.
up,
They're not that person.
hold up. Because if you see me in person walking in Walmart, you're gonna think I'm depressed. By the way, I'm dressed already. So again, mind your business. Mind your business.
But you might have posted a happy post, right?
I'm posting whatever I feel like I'm posting, whether I'm happy, sad, whatever it may be. And I think also back to social media, I think it people think too much of it. You know, like yes, you should. If you're a business, if you're however you want to, display yourself, yes, think into it, do that. But also, it is a portion of your life. So however you want to be seen and viewed, you put that out there. But I don't think you need to like only post when you're happy or only post when you're sad. Like we all share these emotions. And if I'm posting one day where I'm like, I'm sad or something, I could be helping someone else who was watching the story.
That's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that could start a whole nother conversation or, whatever it may be. But people think too much into it sometimes too. But there is that fine line, I would have to say. Period.
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 There you go. With a T.
Period with a T.
Okay, so one of the things, and Lucy knows this already. I wrote a book. Well, you don't know about this. I wrote a book.
First you
Hold on, wait,
You don't know about it.
You know I dabbled in the art.
But I'm an author. I don't brag about it, but I have a book. It's called 3 Relationships That Everyone Should Have for Success. And I'm not just talking about money success, but I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, and all that good stuff, right? One of the things that I love about Lucy is that her crew, back in the back over here, shouts out to her.
Shout out to the crew.
We've done like 4 or 5 shows, and like her crew is always on it. Like we got a video of like them doing all her words for her song. Like she stopped one time and was like, all right, and they were just the words like, yeah, that's dope, that's crazy. But I think friendships is a big deal in mental health. And I encourage people, especially in the book, I said that friends are help us to be able to actually release.
Right.
I can be myself, my real self, but not
Right.
less social media, more social.
Right.
And we can be ourselves. And I think that outlet of having friends is a big deal. What do you guys feel about that? You agree?
As artists, I would love to hear 2 different perspectives on that.
A solid circle. I'd rather have a solid 5 friends than 20 that I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if you're going to pull through for me in the middle of the night. I don't know if like when I call you, you're going to actually listen and give me decent advice. I don't know if you're a yes man or what. So I just need that solid
That's
5,
true, because
and I'm
you can't
straight.
have a yes.
No,
man.
someone who says yes to everything you do, then you're not
Go, baby.
you're not
You're
challenging my
learning,
creativity
Yes.
if you're
not
saying
even- you're
yes
not
to
listening
everything.
at all.
You're not listening. So, and I'm never gonna grow as an artist if you agree with every single thing I do.
Exactly.
Right, or a person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Benz, you say like you say you probably got like a small tight circle too. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure. I know friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out
Everybody-
Dooney.
Yeah, my dog. Yeah, my right hand, Duty P. What up? You know what I mean? But he's like he's the only person that can talk to me the way he talks to me. You know what I mean? And he's very, very straightforward with me. You know what I mean? He's very blunt with me. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that more than anything. You know what I mean? Because when you the boss, like who checks the boss? You feel me? Who checks the leader? And, you know, that's my heart, that's my right hand. So he is a boss himself. So it's like, you know, I appreciate that more than anything, honestly, because I don't get that from most people. Most people want something from me. So they're not really going to want to, you know what I mean, play with me in that type of way. They're going to want to kind of try to smooth me over. But, you know, my dog he always keep me grounded. You know what I mean?
You need that. I believe you do. I wrote it in the book because I have 3 good friends. We know everything about each other. We know everything. They got my bank account number.
Oh, we all friends, right?
I ain't playing with my money.
I got 2 best friends like that.
I know them too. You know, I know theirs too. You know?
Well, one of mine work at a bank, so that's the only reason why. I opened up an account, so I had no choice. But yeah, that's big though. That's what's up.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You know, I need them, they need me, and we grow together. We challenge each other.
Yeah.
I think that we need people around to actually push us and challenge us. It won't take us being, you know, half-assed.
Yeah.
Word.
For sure. We're gonna be a full ass.
Exactly.
Don't nobody like a half ass. I know I don't. I like a full chicken and a full ass.
Exactly. Period. That's what's up. So look, I'm excited you guys are on the show. FanSwap is always bringing some people, and I look, like I said this publicly. I'm a fan of both of these 2 individuals right here.
Appreciate it.
Big Benz, Lucy. Super excited they're here today, and you guys are gonna find out what's really good. We're about to go into the booth in a second, but Los, what we got going on next?
What it do, baby? It's your boy Los the Most, tuning in with Team FanSwap. I actually love that they talk about mental health because it's not something that a lot of people talk about. But on the other hand, let's go ahead and give you an exclusive with the exclusive Big Benz booth sessions. Let's get it.
Sure it's just right before it hits the blender. Yeah. That's right. Blood. Traumatic adolescence, it can help or hinder. Authentic through and through, in no way pretender. Make sure it's just right before it hit the blender. Pack it for the block and they return the sender. They throwing fin in the sniff now. Either you top dog or you kick down. Everybody living lit now. Until the feds wanna sit down. How you live is the outcome. I'm a great father cause I grew up without one. It says a lot but I don't say enough. Rule number 1, keep your feelings tough. Woke up feeling like the world is mine. Buffed the patent leather so I overshine. Addicted to the grind, addicted to the grind. And I'm in love with pulling overtime. They realize Benz provide the way. So I stand on every word I say. No seatbelt on the road to millions. Being the one is a different feeling. How you a leader and refuse to grow? More than something that an ex-leader would know. Me and mine is 5-year planners. Ain't no 401k slaving in the slammer. My shooters from the city call these suckers Bambas. I don't really blame them, put it on they nana. The IRS know me, tax ID. Filing copyrights for an IP. A lot different from the block talk. A good thing that nobody from my block talk. And I was tutored by my wrongs. Put my soul and my life in my songs. They paid me for it. Woke up feeling like the world is mine. Buffed the patent leather so I overshine. Addicted to the grind, addicted to the grind. And I'm in love with pulling overtime. They realize Benz provide the way. So I stand on every word I say. No seatbelt on the road to millions. Being the one is a different feeling.
Yo, what's good, Diablos? We're in the booth right now. FanSwap in the booth. And we're going to have a blessing today. And I'm going to have Big Ben spit a couple bars for us in here. And in the booth, we want to get straight down to business. Big Benz, I would love to get to know you, man, and have other people to know you. So, first off, I'm going to start out with this right here. I was fascinated last year to know that you dropped 12 albums last year. And videos too? How many videos did you drop?
I don't even know how many videos.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy to know that you don't even know. That's crazy. So talk about the 12. Talk about the mindset behind dropping 12 albums last year, which I listened to all of them.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, which I listened to all of them. Consistent all the way through. So talk about it.
we were just looking for something to do. You know what I mean? Like something that was gonna like, you know, get people talking, something that was gonna have people drawn in. And you know, the work wasn't the hard part, you know what I mean? We got access to the studio and all of that. Like rapping's not the hard part. It was what I really learned was how much of a leader you have to be to do that. How many pieces you have to put together to make work. You know what I mean? So that was the lesson I learned, but it was tough because we did those 12 albums and like my personal life was just crazy. Like that whole 2019 was a blur, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything in my personal life was the complete opposite of my music life. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was tough to a certain extent. You know what I mean? But I learned a lot. But the 12 tapes was a blessing. You know what I mean? It was fun. It was fun for real. Yeah.
And you work with a lot of. I saw that you did feature a lot of artists in the area. So a lot of people got respect for you.
Absolutely.
Period. Mm-hmm. With a T, as Dre would say. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. So talk about the you know, the features and stuff like that.
Well, a lot of them, you know, most people were just asking if I had something. See, I'm not real good at going in there and like finding something. You know what I mean? You gotta either be where I'm at or I gotta know you. Like listen to your music on the regular and be like, well, I think such and such fit well on this. But I also gotta give it up to my brother too. My brother, Omar. His name's Omar. He's one of the producers. He does a lot of the quarterbacking for last year because, you know, I was doing everything else. So it's like, he was like, yo, Fat Boy, we need to put such and such on this. Or Fat Boy, we need to, you know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, cool. That's work I got to do. You know what I mean? So I was with it. That's how that went down.
So that's another thing too. You have a very diverse too. Like it's not just.
I appreciate that.
Yo, you got some joints, some people in there singing on that joint. Yeah. You got some people, you know, rapping, and you switch up the whole thing too. Mm-hmm. Which I love. Like so, very versatile. Mm-hmm. Singing wise, because I feel like, you know, VA, we gotta have some singers out here. Who's your person that really kind of blessed you when you know what I'm saying, they pulled up?
Singing wise?
Yeah, singing wise.
Man, my man Rock Solo, man.
Yeah, that's
a little bro, man. Little bro, he crazy. My brother J Beto, crazy. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm blessed, man. If I call somebody and say I need something, they do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I really don't be having too much of the runaround and stuff like that. So I'm appreciative of that. You know what I mean? So, but definitely J Beto and Rock Solo, they saved me a lot because I got tired of writing. I ain't gonna lie, that's 12 tapes. I got tired of working, bro.
I hear you.
Somebody else do the hook. You know what I mean? Somebody else, if they could rap for me, I'll let them rap for me too. You know what I mean?
I hear you. All right, so. There's one thing I did find out about you is that you're a writer as well.
Yeah.
So you write. You're an entrepreneur. What else do you? What don't you do?
Hey man,
you got your own business.
Got a price tag on it. We can figure something out.
I hear you.
For sure. Like,
yo,
you know.
What's the 5813 mean?
Those are my children. Those are the birth years of my children. My oldest son was born in 05. My second son was born in 08, and my youngest son was born in 2013.
Yo, I was trying to figure it out. I was like, yo, I can't figure this out.
We had a group before, but it was a lot of opinions. You know what I mean? With so many people involved in something, everybody has an opinion about something, but not everybody works the same. So, you know, we just dissolved that. And I wanted something that was strictly for me and what I produced. You know what I mean? And those are my kids. So when I'm gone, they got that. You know what I mean?
So again, we talked about it earlier, and I asked you this question. But what's important to you?
Yeah, definitely my legacy, man. My legacy, like how they'll be. You know what I mean? Able to listen to the stories about what I accomplished and stuff like that. Like what people will say about me to them. It means a lot to me. You know what I mean? That's why I do square business, fair business. You feel me? And I treat everybody the same. So they don't know. Like, you know, their father was a stand-up dude. And he did it his way. That was it for me. You know what I mean?
What's up? All right. I'm going to talk about this because the way I heard about you was for some young homies out here doing a show. It was a little bar around the corner from here. And they all like, yo, Big Benz is about to pull up. He's about to pull up.
Did I pull up?
You pulled up. I left. I had to go to another show.
Mm-hmm.
And I jammed in Java, and you were pulling up after that. You know, you were pulling right after me. You know, you were all on their feeds and stuff like that. And they were all excited. Man, everybody was like around you. A little Spanish joint around the corner.
Okay, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
All right.
But everybody was talking about
it. Up.
So I was like, I gotta find out who this dude is. The next time, then I had the VA Unplugged with Bucky Dollar. Shout out to Bucky.
Shout out to Buck.
And then you were here, and I was like, I finally get to meet this guy.
Yeah, man, I had fun that night.
Yeah, it was dope. And then messing around, we had somebody on the show not long ago, and then they dropped your name. I said, this guy, everybody know Ben. You know, Ben's got his thumbprint on everybody. So you do mentor and artist development is what I'm getting at right now. Talk about the whole mentor and artist development. Why is it important to you, especially around here? You know.
I just wanted to create better content. I wanted to create better artists. You know what I mean? And for real, man, like I just feel like I'm not the only person that should be getting paid. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the only person that should get paid to perform. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not the most talented person here. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe the most dedicated. Maybe my work ethic is stronger than others. I'll take that. You know what I mean? But I shouldn't be the only one to get paid to walk through the door, man. You know what I mean? Like that's a feeling like no other. You know what I mean? Because nobody really expects you to make it rapping. You know what I mean? So all my life, all you heard was, you got to get a job. You got to do something. And I ain't want to. I didn't. You know what I mean? This is what I do. So getting paid to come in the door is a big blessing. Getting paid to walk in the door that's bragging rights for me. You know what I mean? I feel good getting paid to do what I love to do. So I don't feel like I should be the only one to feel that. So if you're going to take the course and put the time in and pay for it, then I feel like you should be able to reap the same benefits. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I love that. Sure. I love that. Our culture needs it. Our culture needs that.
For a fact.
Legit. Like, we need a lot of big bros out here and taking that. So y'all heard that. Let me just tell you guys, make sure you guys go follow Big Benz and make sure y'all plug into him. He dropped the knowledge on me. I reached out to you, dropped the knowledge.
Yo, that was a blessing. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, bro. I gotta get that one.
For sure.
That was good stuff.
Really?
All right, so you do spit, and rappers gonna rap. That's what I always say. Rappers gonna rap. We're gonna get you to spit in 1 second. But you talked about your grandma earlier.
Yeah.
Talk about grandma. I think when people talk about their grandma, I think it's that means.
Well, see, like most people don't notice I don't curse. They don't really notice I don't curse in my music. You know what I mean? Because it's still conviction. It's still real stories. It's still who I am. So they don't really notice it. But it stemmed from my grandmother. Originally, like she used to be like, "Yo, let me hear that music you DJing." You know what I mean? Like I was telling you, like she think I DJ. You know what I mean? She's like, "Let me hear that music you DJing." I'm like, "All right, grandma, I got you." But then she couldn't listen to it then. You feel what I'm saying? Like she like, I would have whooped my ass or something. You know what I mean? So I'm like, "Nah, all right." I be spinning her. You feel me? Like, nah. So it's just a conscious decision. Just to slow down. You know what I mean? And then slowly but surely, like as I changed my life and stuff, I was like, let me just switch it all the way up. You know what I mean? Like I was talking about earlier as well. Like they can't hang with me, man.
No.
They can't. Like,
that's
what I mean? Yeah, they can't really do it. You feel me? So most people don't even notice, and that'd be the biggest thing to me. You know what I mean? Like when someone hit me like, "Yo, we need a radio edit," I'm like, "It is edited." Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, "No, you didn't." I'm like, "There's no cursing, bro." You feel what I'm saying? Like I didn't curse in the record, bro. You know what I mean? So
to me, that was crazy. When I heard that, Bucky, shout out to Bucky again. Bucky was like, "Yo, he don't cuss in none of his music."
Yeah, for sure.
I said, "Nah." He said, "Nah."
I cuss in real life though.
You cuss in real life,
yeah,
but
like,
your music though,
like a mother.
Like most people, like a mother.
I'm just being real.
That's funny. But like musically, like most of the time when I talk to people, different artists, especially when you go on stage and stuff, depending on where you at, I try to tell them like, yo, certain places you gotta understand, you gotta be able to clean that up a little bit because certain places you can't do it. And then when I heard that about you, I said, yo, that's a business move. I bet you.
Yeah, for sure. That was the back end of it. Like I was telling you, like I don't want to pay for no extra studio time. I don't want to have to pay nobody to edit it or ask my brother to go edit it or do it myself. So it's easy, man. We just clean up certain things that might not be allowed. You know what I mean? Certain words or certain phrases, and that's it. You know what I mean? Keep it moving. It's easy work after that.
I love it. Well, special shout out to you, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Thank you, man. It's a blessing to have you on the joint.
Absolutely.
But nonetheless, we gotta get you to rap, man. You know what I'm saying? I need you to bless the booth. You don't mind? I'm gonna scoot over. I'm gonna let you get square up with here.
You want me to slide right here?
Slide right there. And I want you to drop that 16 for us and bless the booth. Yo, special shout out to M City. I want to make sure I said M City. Shout out to Los with the most. He's on the team, right? He's on the team FanSwap. We have his merch out here. I want you guys to do me a favor. Make sure you guys follow Los with the most. It's Los. And get your M City shirt right now. And on top of that, let me tell you right now, you got merch too.
Yeah, for sure.
Merch.
I was slipping today.
It's all good.
I was slipping today.
He got merch.
I wasn't fully. I mean, I was slipping though.
But not all the time. It's okay though. He's gonna get it straight.
You know what I mean?
It's all good. All right. So 16, bless the booth. We're gonna do the FanSwap bless the booth. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem, man.
Let's get it.
I line up right here.
Line up right there.
All right. I tell him like, I try to tell little mama I ain't regular. Never catch me in the same space as my competitors. Never catch me beefing with a local ninja. Dirt Obama lonely, what's a co-defendant? 100-round chop knock down a tree. Whole lot of rapping like Christmas Eve. A big deal in the States and overseas. Casual conversation, get her to please. Ask about me, I'm a big deal. I stay low, keep it moving, big wheels. If I get her to the crib, a big thrill. Cause she said she never knew how real feel. What's happening? Only place I run is to the bank. Got it out the mud, what you think? The only thing I trust is Ben Frank. I can lead her to the lake and make her drink. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it.
Show some love with Big Benz. Come on, show some love.
Yes,
Yeah. That's what's up.
Get to it.
Tell everybody where you at.
Well, you can follow me on everywhere, on anything, man. Big Benz 5813 on all social media sites. You know what I mean? And we got the music on all streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, get with me. Get with it. You know what I mean?
Get it. Thanks so much for coming to the
Appreciate
booth and
you.
blessing it.
It's nothing, man.
It's another one.
Easy, right? Yo, chill.
Los, what we got next?
I got you, man. Shout out to Big Benz. He's actually mentoring kids around the city. That's something we need for the culture, to the community. You dig. But let's go ahead and introduce Lucy J to the booth sessions. Let's get it, girl.
It's so unfair, the things you do.
It's so unfair. See, I'm about mine, and you about yours. See, I get mine, I see you get yours. No wondering why. I know one thing's for sure. You gon' be mine, I'ma be yours. Hey, everything, how you doing? Before you there was nothing. Couldn't turn me on with instructions. Met them at the function, questioning my functions. You make me feel myself. Literally feel myself. I'm good all by myself. Don't mean I don't want your help. Grabbing for your hands down, man up, call your mans down. No, we don't play around, but this your playground. We swinging back and forth, we going back and forth. You ain't a dog hater, but yet we all for it, yeah. Just let it go. You gotta let it go. I'm here for it, here for it, here for it, here for it. Get that sticky right, get that sticky right, right. Get that sticky right, get that sticky right, right. Get that sticky right, get that sticky right, right. Get that sticky, oh that sticky, oh that right, right. Get comfy, get to talking more. Oh, you saying what I like now, and I wanna see everything. Better not turn the lights down. Remember our first time, we went about 4 rounds. Now we just rounding up. Oh, we mathematicians now. These feelings adding up, so I'm gon' get you some. Nah, I ain't tired yet, so I'm gon' back it up. One time, all you need, you know what? Tell you it's yours. Know that you might let it go. Just let it go. You gotta let it go. I'm here for it, here for it, here for it, here for it. Get that sticky right, get that sticky right, right. Get that sticky right, get that sticky right, right. Get that sticky right, get that sticky right, right. Get that sticky, oh that sticky, oh that right, right. Tell me what you like. Oh yeah, you know I'm sharing mine. Oh yeah, ain't afraid to get it right. Get it right, get it right, get it right, get you right, get us right, get it right. Car park, but we moving. We know that brakes are useless. Now we ain't breaking up. Connection too exclusive. I don't mean to be intrusive, but you know we get it live. Knocking on my doors. Better come inside, let you know. Just let it go. Just let it go. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. I'm here for
Yo, what's good, Eopolis? We're in the booth right now with Lucy J. I'm excited. Show some love for Lucy J. Come on. Yo, I'm super excited. First and foremost, I love being a fan of local artists, and I am a real fan of Lucy J. I usually go in her DM and like, yo, Lucy, I want to be famous just like you, right? I'm saying something crazy. Like
You don't say
Am I
that.
right? What do I say?
No, you're usually saying like, yo, are you available for this? Like, oh, I'm sending you this way. You're gonna like this. Blah blah blah. Like, you're always trying to peep me into new things, which is really dope.
But I am a fan of her. Like, every time, like, for real, like, she drops something, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited to have you. I really am.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. This is really a dope experience.
Oh yeah, dope. Glad. And then your friends are here too. I'm excited about them too. Yeah. So as a host, you always want to have that crowd of people who's vibing with you, and they vibe with me all the time. Every show that they're there, I'm like, yo, I gotta have them at the show every single time. Yeah. That's what you want. Yeah. But Lucy, you're a dope artist.
Thank you.
Like I said, I'm a fan of yours, and I want to talk about first. I think one of the first things I found you on social media, and I saw you rapping, and so. Yeah, of course I'm gonna ask you about a rapping label later, but found you rapping, and then I saw you sing and stuff like that. But let's talk about your beginnings.
Okay.
Your beginnings, and I don't even like asking this, but I think that this is like your makeup though. That I want everyone to know about what's really good with Lucy.
Beginnings. I started off. I want to say around like 8 or 9, writing poetry. It was first like a diss to my church because I tried out for the choir and they were like, nah, fam.
Yo, she's from a diss to your church.
Yeah, so I was
Make some noise for that. 1 second.
Alright, so what happened was I couldn't exactly come out and tell my grandparents like, I can't stand that church, or like, you know what I mean? Plus you're little. So I was like, well, what can I do? I was like, I can write a letter. I was like, this letter's not it. What else can I do? And I was like, a poem sounds nice. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So my first poem ever was like dissing my church. Then after that, I was like, oh, I really like the cadence of these things, and it turned into writing raps, and then I started rapping around like 14. I was doing rapping all around Springfield, mainly Jack's nightclub. I would go in there, and I was underage, but I would never drink. I was never into any of the other things that were going on. I was like, oh, I know they're battle rapping in here, and I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna do that. And I would only go to parties just to battle rap. Like, you can ask my friends, they know. Like, I'm like, who's gonna be there? Oh, they spit. Okay, I'm going. Oh, like, who's gonna be there? Oh, it's just music and dancing and stuff like that. I'm not interested. Like, I want to
battle rap.
Yeah, I wanted to battle rap people. I was doing that, and then I was in a rap group. And then eventually we all kind of separated, did our own things, and that's when I went into singing and started working with local studios around the area. So.
Cool stuff. One of the things I do want to highlight, first of all, I'm a big fan of battle rap, so that's probably another reason why I'm a big fan of you, because I love battle rap. Legit, I've been watching. So, one of the things I want to highlight is that you're a writer as well. So talk about the whole writing experience from Lucy J.
So writing with me, I work until you're satisfied. It's mainly about the artist and what they want to project, and even if I don't completely agree with it, or I think it's not lyrical enough or it's too dulled down, I definitely still like work with it because I just want the best for that artist in particular, and like what they want to showcase and what fans that they want to attract. So I definitely work around that. For myself, I just go based off of my mood, really. So like one day I'm like, oh, these things are funny to me, so I'm gonna like bar them out and put them in these bars. Other days I'm like, yo, this person really did that shit to me. I'm gonna put these in these bars.
So you still have a little edge, like little battle rap edge?
I think if you listen to my music, you can hint to it, like, oh, she's with the shits. Like, she's not, you're not playing her. No.
As a writer, what I find out is that a lot of artists who are hip hop or R&B artists, they are writers, but they write better for different genres.
That's true.
Is that true?
I think that's definitely true, just based on that particular writer and how they can place themselves in other people's shoes. For me, I love country music, which people didn't know. And so like I grew up on like George Strait, Shania Twain, things like that. And so when people ask me to write country songs, I'm super excited. I'm like, this is my pocket. Like I know how y'all want to sound. I know the roots of that. I can do that. But some people are not familiar with it, and like most things, if you're not familiar with it, you either need to get adjusted to it and learn, or you're gonna fear it. So it's one of the two.
So would you ever do a country song?
I personally do a country?
Have you ever?
I wish I could. I don't have that country voice, and I really wish I did, because I do love country music, but yeah, you need a particular.
So that is sound. Country music on your playlist right now?
Yes.
Like the majority of it?
Majority no, because right now I like listen to certain projects once they drop. So like Giveon is like my top right now. 21 Savage. So my top.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the two artists I'm listening to right now.
Okay. So COVID's happening right now. We talked about it a little bit earlier about just your different stages and all, but one of the things that I love getting to know or just finding about artists is about their life, like, and behind being an artist. What's important to you?
Culture, for sure. I'm Native American, so my mom was born and raised on a reservation in Arizona, and I still have a lot of family out in Arizona who live on the White Mountain Apache Reservation, and shout out to y'all. And my aunts and uncles were also raised on the Laguna Reservation out in New Mexico. But it's also like the culture is just, language isn't written, and like traditions are dying out a lot. There's not a lot of full-blooded natives as much as there used to be, and so finding out things about my culture and stories I can pass on to my children and their children, I hold that in high regard. That's definitely things that I'm into. And I also reached out. I love social media because I can reach out to people who are on those reservations, and like one of my album covers that are coming out next year, the artist who's going to design the album cover is a Laguna Indian. So I'm really excited about that, just to be in contact with my culture and keeping that intact and doing what I can with it. And a lot of my projects are based off Laguna language. So sweetgrass is an incense that we use, and then Meech just dropped, which means hummingbird in Laguna. And then the next project that comes out at the end of October, Morning Woman was my grandmother's Indian name, and then the next two projects will also be Indian names of people who are really close to me.
Yo, that's so dope. Yeah. I love finding out stuff like that.
Thank you.
That's crazy. All right, so and that's a whole nother genre as well, the native music and stuff like that. Yeah. Have you been to any powwows? Is that the right way?
You have to go to powwows. They're lit.
I've been to a couple of them.
They're lit. So sometimes they come into town, which you can go to those, but like actually being on the res and being at those powwows, those are lit. But there's a music group. It's called A Tribe Called Red. You have to check them out. They're like this electric vibe, but it's they have like original music, like tribal music in their songs, and it's really dope.
Yeah, I went to a good friend of mine. She is native, and they had the drums out.
Yes, that's what you're going to hear.
I'm like, what's going on right now?
That was a good like impression.
Yeah, I was around for a long time. That was a long song too. Like,
it's long.
20 minutes in, the intro.
Yeah.
And so like they were like, doom, doom. I mean, they had the drums out, and the little boys are dancing. They had the feathers out.
Yeah.
And there's a rapper also in Richmond named Trey, and he was kind of giving me the rundown of what's really good and why the feathers and the names and stuff like that. That's a whole nother thing too.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's smooth. So, are you gonna do one of those songs too? You should sample something like that.
I do want to possibly on my album sample some, but I have to talk to like certain groups and figure out like if they're okay with it, if they can send me like stems and how that will work. But I really do want to in the future do that.
Dope. Lucy, I tell you, you're my favorite. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for coming to FanSwap.
Thank you so much for having me. This was really dope.
Won't be the last time.
No.
Won't be the last time. But I gotta ask you, every singer and every rapper that comes to the booth, we gotta get you to bless the booth. Can you bless the booth for me, please?
I can. Just because it's you.
Thank you so much. You got it. We got an exclusive right now. Lucy J about to bless the booth.
At this very second?
At this very second, I'm gonna scoot over. You
Okay.
scoot right here.
Yeah.
You take the center of this right here, and you do your thing.
Okay.
I'm up.
I got you.
All right.
You know, it's going acapella? Like a little.
You
Okay.
want a beat?
Oh, no.
All right, cool.
I'm good.
Let's get it.
All right. I don't spit too often, so I gotta adjust my shoulders. All right. Let's go with hold a lot of weight, can't carry me. I'm a constant wave. I'm that overseas. Got a rude boy, only wanna please. Last one cheat, he cried over me. Replaced his assless in 1 week. Not with a better him, but with a better me. But just eat that bar, that's the pedigree. They wanna tag along, they want a Philippine. Never play victim, I came here to flip it. Ain't rapping a minute, they wishing I didn't. The shit is too easy, your man when he see me. He want $1 million and I ain't dreaming. You think I'm cocky now? You see me, you see money, who looking cocky now? Swift for the game, cause I'm popping now. At your funeral with a wedding gown, like, there you go. Nice little.
Yo, show some love to Lucy J.
Sorry, it's been a minute, I'm sorry, y'all.
Girl, I'm gonna say it.
Don't apologize.
Exactly. I appreciate that. You know, I was begging. I was like, yo, you gotta spit. And she did. So thank you so much, Lucy.
No, of course.
I appreciate you.
This was great.
Can you tell everybody where they can find you?
All my ats are the same. It's at with love Lucy, spelt how it sounds. And
She just dropped a new single.
yes, it's called Forever is a Long Time. It's a different vibe.
Very different.
But yeah. But project drops at the end of this month. And look out for that.
Yo, with that being said, that's Lucy J. She just blessed the booth. I need you guys to do me a huge favor and show her some love. With that being said, Los, what we got going on next?
Man, that was some real spill, some real facts that they were speaking on in the booth sessions. But let's go ahead, let's vibe out. For the one time, Lucy J performing live. Let's get it.
Hey y'all. Say, how could you fix your mouth to lie to me, baby? No, saying that I don't do it for you. Say, who you think believes you don't with me, baby? You know that I do it to you. Now I don't fight for no attention. Say it less and I won't say no more. Think you forgot me in your mentions. They be praising the skills that I rewarded to you. I know everything you wanna do. I know what gets you in the mood and what colors to change the room. Yeah. Dirty clothes in the laundry now. I know your favorite carry out. I know what makes you tear me down. Yeah. How could you fix your mouth to lie to me, baby? No, saying that I don't do it for you. Say, who you think believes you don't with me, baby? You know that I do it for you. Wanna touch my privates, calling me in private, calling me on private. Oh, you thought that was private. Now why you not being honest? Talking like I'm who lost it when I'm the one who got you. You know what, I got it. Ain't here being a model. I posted myself lip singing. Don't smoke weekdays or the weekends. I'm a daughter of a chief and I know my worth when you don't. Freakness all I want. Get my ego alone. Fly with me or you won't. Who you think you coming back to when you done? Oh yeah. Have any number that you want, but I'm not the one. No, I don't have a lamp, but I can grant you what you want. Who you think you coming back to when you done? Say, how could you fix your mouth to lie to me, baby? No, saying that I don't do it for you, do it for you. Who you think believes you don't with me, baby? You know that I do it to you. Who you think you're coming back to when you done? Oh, yeah. Who you think you're coming back to when you done?
Yo, Lucy, you got me going crazy. I wish I could sing, cause for real, it'd be over. But anyways, shout out to the OG, Big Benz. Let's close it out with this live performance. Let's vibe out. You did. Yeah.
I drop tears instead of flowers on your grave. You raised the gangster, but you would've done the same. Mrs. Zane, with my link, I was really tripping. Somehow, through the numbness, got me feeling different. They say I'm emotionally unavailable. I don't know. Say I got these pent up feelings that I don't show. Say I only care about myself. Selfish. Tell them it's better than being helpless. Let's go. You ever had a pain that cut you deep? Nah, for real, I mean, really cut you deep. To the point you don't even remember they death dates. And you don't mourn, cause you don't wanna feel that chest pain. So I drop tears instead of flowers on your grave. They took my heart from me, I'll never be the same. And I don't think that I'm gonna get used to this pain. But I stay thug and I don't see no other way. So I drop tears instead of flowers on your grave. They took my heart from me, I'll never be the same. And I don't think that I'm gonna get used to this pain. But I stay thug and I don't see no other way.
Ain't no fun on holidays. Every day's a holiday. Depressed, don't wanna talk today, cause I know you not one call away. Hold it in as best I can. I know sink or swim. It's like I'm standing at heaven doors, waiting on you to sneak me in. I drop tears they'll never see until they bury me. Emotions don't apply to me. I be moving logically. No trip, no slip, no forehead. Really want my dog here, not laying in the coffin.
I need time to let my heart heal.
Can't explain how this feels. I just know this pain real. Staring at the sky one day, just hoping that you
reappear.
Suffer from depression. Do I neglect it? Don't talk about your problems, cause they'll use that as a weapon. So I talk to you and Big Lou and my Kate. I know we all straight. I just wish my babies had a chance to meet you all.
I make you proud,
cause I won't
never fall.
Cause I got y'all. So I drop tears instead of flowers on your grave. They took my heart from me, I'll never be the same. And I don't think that I'm gonna get used to this pain. But I stay thug and I don't see no other way. So I drop tears instead of flowers on your grave. They took my heart from me, I'll never be the same. And I don't think that I'm gonna get used to this pain. But I stay thug and I don't see no other way. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. You know? You feel me?
Yo, what's good, Diablos? Listen up. Thank you so much for joining us on FanSwap. I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Make sure you guys go to our YouTube page and Instagram page and follow Team FanSwap. Until next time, I want to tell you, I love you. We're for the culture, to the community. We out. Peace.
I just like the sound of it.
Yeah, ride the wave and get back. Crewing out a new rap pack.